on the psyche of people who watch these shows, how they make certain people feel. The same way when you read a very good book, you feel a particular way. So when you listen to music, you feel a particular way. These things influence us in different ways. Some people are going through such hardships in their life. Now, watching a good TV show helps them. I have this very particular analogy I use a lot. Now, some people may not like this, to each their own. Hear me out though. When TV shows like Bill Cosby's show came out way back when, the impact it had on a lot of brown people, a lot of African American, Afro-Caribbean, all melanated people. Imagine people who didn't have parents in the house. Imagine people who were orphans. Imagine people who had parents, but they were being mistreated by the parents. People who had no dreams, ambitions, or desires because of the environment that they lived in. So to hear someone talk about being a doctor, lawyer, this and that, it didn't even reach their radar. Some people were brought up by the Cosby Show. Some people were brought up by a different world and different strokes. All those old classic shows, some people were brought up. Some people who were about to commit suicide caught one or two of those episodes, changed their minds. Some people learn to be better parents by watching those shows. Some people learn to be better siblings, boyfriends, lovers, to be a better version of themselves by just watching those shows. So no one knows per se the impact these shows can have on human lives, especially when you have the intention to write something different than what people are used to seeing. They said, no, we're going to do a different show where we talk about current themes, and we let them know that families like us, brown families, African descendant families like us exist. But because in your circumference it's not real for you, or you don't have any relationship with people like that, it's a myth until you see it on TV repeatedly. Imagine what that does to your psyche. Imagine what that does to someone who has no hope, no dream, no joy, no laughter. Bit by bit, it reinforces something into the mind. It reinforces something into your psyche over and over again. And eventually you break out of this rut that you're in. You could say it's the environment, the country, for whatever reason. Certain people were suffering or are suffering, or whichever way it is, whether it's social media, whether it's music, whether it's movies, whether it's TV shows, it inspires, it changes, it can heal, it can improve one's life. These are stories, and stories have the power of changing our lives, changing our minds, helping us for the better, helping us see things different, helping us alleviate, or teaching us how a people or a thing can be, or teaching us how not to look at this how not to look at life as this black and white thing. Now, these characters aren't real in real life, but it's the impact that they have